What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It's your boy, Coach D Brown, from a big league, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals, man, giving you all this knowledge, man, the best information in the youth game of baseball, man, providing showcases and opportunity for these kids to get extra exposure and helping kids get into school, man. Holler at me if you ever need some help with this recruiting thing. Listen, man, I hope everybody had a great weekend, man. I know certain parts, man, snowing and cold and nasty, man, and man, it was I know some of the guys I was talking to in my program and people I'm associated with, man, from the Texas to the Mid South area up in the States and Mississippi up north, man. Man, it has been a man, I know it's been real cold and nasty out there, man. But you know, like it is, you got a winter time, man. You know, Jansen was good, was good. Happy Monday to you. Bubba was good, was good. Um, we are I wanted to hope everybody had a great weekend, staying warm, getting their work in, getting that off-season training in. I know certain parts like Texas, you know, they starting to play in the next 2 or 3 weeks, man, already. So California, Arizona, certain places up north, Maryland, and a lot of things are up, you know, LaShawn, what's good, family. A lot of things are unknown right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know what's going on. And I definitely feel for the, you know, for those people out there that don't know, you know, where they're going to be, where they're playing. You know, it is what it is, man. So there's opportunities out there. I spoke to a couple of parents earlier today about that. And, man, so if you want to, you know, go get some work in, there are plenty of opportunities out there. So let's go with Coach Webster. What's up, baby? All right. Good to hear. Good to see you on there. All right. Latoya was good. Was good. Herman, what's up? All right. Y'all know the routine, man. Y'all come in. Let me know where y'all listening in from, man. I know we got Herman. We got Texas, Alabama, Michigan in the building. Latoya, Texas. All right. So I wanted to, as we get into this content today, man, I hope, again, everybody had a great weekend. I wanted to kind of give you a couple of updates, man. Some just information and some happy ones, man. So I think that I would love to DeAndre, what's up? H-Town is in the building. All right. Chipper, what's good, baby? All right. Nashville in the building. Yeah, we are I had one of my boys, man. I talked about this briefly last week, man, but shout out to my boy Will and Malachi Gilbert out there, man. All right, Brooklyn. That's right, man. Brooklyn in the house. All right. Nikisha was good. All right. DeSoto, Texas is in the building. All right. So one of my boys just committed to Alabama A&M, man, and I went to my showcase out there in Jackson, Tennessee in September. And I know it's cold time, and I'm gonna do my preaching right now, right? So it's cold time. It's a lot of things going on in January and trainings and stuff like that, man. You know, Tina, Brooklyn is always in the house, all right? You always know when you find out Brooklyn, all right? LaShawn, Tina, all right? See, you got the wig tighten up here. Last week I did. Yes, I did. Still need one, all right? Jersey and the Facebook group Black Boys Play, all right? Trevor, good. Jersey, New Jersey is in the building, all right? Shout out to Coach Torrey out there in Alabama, all right? We'll see you in a couple of days. So I just want to update, all right? So two things, man. I'm going to go back now to the recruiting side, but let's go to this showcase side. So I got my boy Coach Riggins, man, out there in Prairie View A&M. He reached out to me. He wants to get on the live stream, so I'm adding him to the live stream. We also talking about doing some things in the summer with Prairie View out there in H-Town. Speaking of H-Town area, I know they're outside of H-Town, but basically Houston area. So shout out to my boy Coach Riggins, Antoine Riggins, the head coach at Prairie View A&M. Reached out to me, so he will be on the live stream. I got at least 3 more JUCOs that will be added to the attendance that will be there at the showcase on January 23rd. We're less than 2 weeks away, so listen, sign up, get your links up. You know, if you're uncommitted, come on. You know what I'm saying? In Montgomery, Alabama. All right. We have also, like I said, we got Georgetown added. I'm gonna put a new flyer up tomorrow. All right, updating everything with the new schools and everything that's going on. All right, because right now we only have like 6 or 7 schools on the live stream, and then 6 or 7 schools in attendance, but that's going to change. Okay, so I got my boy Wright State up in Ohio. I believe Wright State is in Ohio. The assistant coach, recruiting coordinator, was coming on the show next week. So I'm gonna show him a little love. I've been meaning to get him on the show for a minute now, but he's coming on. But he'll be on a live stream. So like I said, I got about 3 or 4 schools that will be on the live stream. Want to come on, saw what I'm doing. That's the beauty of this, man. Which I don't know, man, with this family, this community, with this baseball thing, man. And, everybody, it's a lot of sometimes stuff going on where people don't think opportunities are not there, and COVID here and there, but there's still a lot of coaches out here looking, man. All right. They still are in a position, and that's what I'm here to provide for you. You know what I'm saying? From the players that want to get on this field and compete, you know what I mean? So you need to, if you are uncommitted, and if you in and around and I say in and around it because I'm going to talk about my man Malachi and his dad Will. They drove from Atlanta, Georgia out to Jackson, Tennessee, which is a good 6-hour ride to do my showcase back in September. All right. So last week I talked about a little bit. My boy Coach Jones over there, Coach Elliot Jones over there, fan of the show, been on the show at Alabama A&M, reached out to me and wanted to ask me some questions about about Malachi, knowing that he's been to a couple of my showcases, and I was like, yo, the kid, da 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 da. So shout out to Coach Jones, Malachi, and Will. I'm gonna try to get them on. That's my dude, but they have committed to Alabama A&M, all right, this weekend, and I'm going to put a post on on my pages over there to give them a little love, man, because that's what I do it for. Not to say that, I'm the reason and my showcase is, it wasn't even like that, but Coach Jones knows that he's been to my showcases, reached out to me, and that's all this thing is about. It's a small world in here, right? Everybody knows somebody, everybody, so if a coach knows somebody that they, especially during this COVID time, the Division I coaches can't get out there like they want to. So they got to rely on people like myself, you know what I'm saying, or other coaches around that they really trust. They value their opinion, you know what I'm saying? So when Coach Jones reached out to me about, the shortstop Malachi, I told him what I thought. And I don't sugarcoat it. But long story short, this weekend he committed, man. So that's what this is, that's what this is about, man. So Montgomery, Alabama, January 23rd. If you're uncommitted, all right, I will have, heavy HBCU schools, but I have some, like I said, the JUCOs, the North Alabama, Troy. I really wanted to kind of center around the Alabama schools since we're going to be in Alabama, but we are going to be branching out and start, I'm bringing Georgetown will be on a live stream. And I'm going to start hand-picking schools, you know what I'm saying? I could very easily send an email out and get 20, 30, more schools on there, but I kind of want it centralized to what I believe that, the states and the schools really like those type of Georgia. We got Georgia, we got coming, we got Texas coming, we got Arkansas coming, we have Tennessee coming, we have obviously Alabama and Mississippi coming to the showcase, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a lot of states represented, but I kind of want to get those states in and around there coming to this, man. So that's right. Lincoln, what's up? Hawaii's in the building, man. All right. So like I said, we get Hawaii, we get Australia. You know what I'm saying? Man, we go deep with this, and Coach Torrey, no doubt. All right. He said, Jake, is Coach Nate coming on from Wright State? My son was going to reach out to him in the next week or two. Yes, Jacob. Coach Nate, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to make sure. I don't want to lie to you because it will not be Coach Nate. It will be Coach Walton. Coach Walton, not Coach Nate. It will be Coach Walton coming out from Wright State. All right. So it's going to be good. The Gump on the 23rd with D in the showcase. No doubt. Yes, it's going to be. My thing is just letting this weather just, give me them 50 something, and I'll be good, man. All right. So listen, man, again, I'm not here to sell you guys any bill of goods. All right. I'm not No. My thing is I provide these opportunities for you, all right? And I want you guys to come out and just run, throw, hit in front of some pro scouts and college coaches via live stream and in attendance. These guys are not, I got coaches coming in from Georgia, Mississippi, obviously in Alabama, and they ain't coming to waste no time, man. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, like this is not something that just is, they just out there hanging out, man. They out here looking for some players. All right. I heard the other day one of my guys asked me, man, I got a 2023 or 2024. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it matters, especially to the scouts. All right. You know what I'm saying? The Power Five, the big schools, and the scouts, they looking for them youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Now the schools that'll be there, they're more so the 21s and 22s. You know what I'm saying? But 23, 24s, again, everybody be looking for, talent, but what's needed, how do you benefit from the showcase? 23s and 24s, the pro scouts and the live stream, the coaches that'll be on the live stream, the Georgetowns, the Troys, the Northern Alabamas, they're looking 22, 23, and 24s. You know what I'm saying? But the schools that'll be in attendance, they're still looking for 21s. They're still looking for 2022s. So there are opportunities out here. All right. So I know high school seasons are starting up. I know there was rules even to Alabama that, I can't just private schools and stuff. There's rules of what I'm doing right now that I can and can't do. But I'm also providing an opportunity for you guys to get on these coaches' radar or get seen. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what's up. I don't know why people wouldn't take advantage of this opportunity. I mean, people are signing up, and I don't mean it. I've been talking to parents all weekend about the showcase, but go get your work in. Make sure you're there. You know what I'm saying? Go get your work in and make sure, you're there. All right. So, D, do you know how many local high school coaches would be participating with sending players? I don't know how many. We have put a email blast out there to them. There's current marketing going in and around Alabama. So the word is getting out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just, my thing is wanting to make sure that the right people who need it, you know what I'm saying? And so many times I hear, parents and they're like, man, what am I doing? Why am I this and that? And not to say that going to a showcase is just automatically going to get a scout. It doesn't work like that sometimes, but what it can do is just get the juices flowing from that particular coach. All right. Who's that kid? What's going on? All right. Just like Coach Jones last week, yo, this is 4 months later. Yo, that kid was at your showcase, right? Yo, what tell me about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, boom, boom, I like him, man. Tell me about him. All right. I just want to know. So shout out to everybody tagging somebody, man. I need to hear this. All right. And again, I want to give it a little love. And I'll put it on my recruiting pages. I want to put it out there, man. Shout out to my boy Malachi for committing to Alabama A&M. All right. I'm gonna try to get my boy Will out. His dad. We talk a lot, man. But he was so against HBCUs. He ain't gonna say that, but he opened his mind up, man. And I guess one day I'll talk about this climate. And I think I think that's just time for a special show. Maybe one day I'll do this from because I didn't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I get asked maybe 2 or 3 times with the current climate around the country, with the capital thing going on, and minority players going to schools that are mixed and vice versa. How would you go about it right now from a player, from a parent standpoint? And I thought that was a good question. And I could be as honest as possible. And I show you the text and the message that I gave to dad. I said, listen, it's not my son, right? I don't have a kid in this at this time, right? So, but I said, if it makes you uncomfortable, right, to go to faraway school where it's not a large percentage of black players or black people in the campus, then if it makes you feel uncomfortable, then don't do it. But I know, to me, if I have the opportunity and the coach is white, black, and it would give me opportunity to play, and I ain't got HBCUs and all of this wanting me to play, I gotta go where I'm like your dream, your aspiration is bigger than the climate. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, right? And I don't want to preach to nobody, but I want you guys to understand, like, if I understand it's a risk, and it's your kids, it's your livelihood, it's everything y'all put into this, man. But just what I just said. Everything you put into this, you're gonna stop it because of some wild people over there doing whatever in the Capitol and the government and like that. I promise I could bring my daughter on here right now and I talk about this, and I know it's real talk. I know it's real life going on, but if you get a focus, you can care less about a coach, a teammate, a girl, atmosphere, a campus, a whatever, you know what I'm saying? And like if you are laser focused, you know what I'm saying, on what you really want to do, you ain't gonna nothing deter you. Because one day it could be the so no doubt, man. Congratulations to them. It could one day it could be the Capitol building. The next day it could be uh uh COVID, all right? 2 years from now, it'll be the next coming of Ebola, right? And then it'll be the girlfriend, all right? It'll be the family life. It'll be, everything always comes, man. Everything is always something. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of being laser focused on understanding what you want. All right. So if that school is giving you opportunity and that's what my thing is. Just like, yo, yeah, there is going to be a risk. If you have many options, then you're going to go with that best option. But if you ain't got too many, don't let stuff going on out there, man, deter you from your dream. All right. And I say this all the time, and please, all right, I'm preaching over there, but I hope y'all hear me with this. But I just thought it was a valid question. I thought it was, something that I really didn't think about. But you have to nowadays. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But think about that. I would love for you guys to share some of your concerns. You know what I'm saying? If playing in different climates and with the world the way it is today, and how you guys feeling about that. Everybody got to watch the news, right? But I tend to not do that, man. To me, it's like I still got that ball player mentality. It's like it's too much going on, man. I got to stay focused on what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? All right. My boy Ty said, is this your recruiting service for those Power 5 schools or for major D1, D2, D3, or JUCOs? How do we join your service, and what grades should someone join? Right. So, so part of my recruiting service, I have 21s, 22s, 23s, and 24s. Right. And who was I telling this the other day? I just talked to a parent from Arizona who's on my program. He has a 2023, and so when we were talking, the easiest, when I say the easiest, the most communication from the Power 5 type level schools and mid-major D1s, the 23s and 24s. It's like right now it's just setting up here and there the conversation. The 21s is kind of, like pulling teeth and getting these coaches to, be on it. You know what I'm saying? And but the Power 5s, they're more so just developing relationships with my guys and communicating and Zoom calls. Things are going well sometimes, but to answer your question, Ty, yes, I'm 21 to 24s. I have a 24 right now that's getting, I say every 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I already know one school already hasn't offered money, but wants him. All right, mid-major D1, and every week or two, you know what I'm saying, Big Ten, mainly Big Ten schools, you know what I'm saying, are hollering at my boy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm, the phone calls, D, what do we think about him? What's going on? I really like the kid. How does he feel about us? You know what I'm saying? Coaches got feelings too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, when I reach out to those coaches and I'll be like, yo, what's up? How does he like me? How does he, it's like, it's funny sometimes to hear these guys, like get it, ask those type of questions. And, but yeah, man, it's, that's how it is on these recruiting, when you talk on these recruiting with these coaches and stuff, man, because they want the kid to like them. They want those conversations to go well. You know what I'm saying? They want and parents and coach, parents and players, you can't, like, coaches can't fool players, right? Sometimes, I'm sure you could get these guys that walk and just feel like, get on a Zoom call and just feel like, they the biggest hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? And teenagers and kids like, yo, It's funny, like I talk to them on a regular basis, like yo, and I know how I was, man, and I want them to kind of be I want them to kind of feel like uh they are that dude, right? I talk to this, I tell everybody that time, man. You know what I'm saying? Katrina, private message me if you're interested. Anybody interested in my recruiting services, just private message me. We'll set up a time to call. I got a couple calls tomorrow based off of that. And shout out to my boy George in New Mexico. We had a nice little talk. He asked a bunch of questions, and I think Lori Garcia from New Mexico. And like I said, worst case scenario, I'll give you great advice, steps to take if you want to do it with me or without. You know what I'm saying? That's part of this whole phone call when you set up the phone call service. If you want, just a plan of action, you know what I'm saying? Just PM me. We'll set up a time to call, get on the phone. And like I said, you work with me, I'll help you. If you don't, I'll still give you some advice of what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's you have my word on that, right? So I look at it like, so I was so with these coaches, I lost my train of thought. I am so sorry. I got talking with the parents really have to investigate these coaches. Don't assume coaches want black kids out there with Tennessee Chattanooga. Coach posted crazy stuff last week in Oklahoma State and the Oklahoma State coach. All right. Super can't wait to go in the 23rd for real. All right. I can't wait to, that's what I'm saying. Like I already have some top level athletes coming, man. I can't wait, you know what I'm saying, to see some guys I've been knowing, like my boy Sergio's son, I've been knowing since he's 12. He's finally, he's 14, 15 now, balling 14, big as I don't know what, 250 something pound lineman that could swing it. All right. I'm just, athletes, man, athletes. But yeah, I just want you guys to know from a coach's standpoint, when parents and players, you can't fool them. All right. You can't fool kids. You know what I'm saying? They the most realest dudes. Like, it's funny, like sometimes I'll be on the phone with parents and stuff, and the parents are like, D, tell them who you are. Tell them what your background is. And the kid be like, oh, okay, thanks, coach. All right, yeah, cool. All right, so anyway, and I laugh right there because I'm like, dang, he just, they don't get caught up on that. You know what I'm saying? Parents, we do more so than the player, than the teenager, right? You know what I'm saying? The teenager just like, yo. And I laugh because that's how I was. I was the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and I respect that, yo, and I get it. And they could care less about who I. Sometimes, all right. Sometimes, some people are like, oh, yo, but most of the time, the kid is like, what can you do for me, right? Well, how can you help me, or what kind of information can you help me take my game to the next level, all right? So, but yeah, if you are a Katrina, anybody else over there that's interested, all right, of getting the next level with these services, all right, the recruiting side of things, man. If you are 21 to 24, all right, I help all ages. My last 2 people I've signed are 23s, all right. So they're youngsters, all right, from Oklahoma and Arizona. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be, I'm heavy in the Southeast, Atlanta's and the Floridas a lot, be Alabama, but I got kids in my program from California too, and I think I think I may get one more. All right. Shout out to Latrice. I think she'll be joining in. I got Texas, Cali, Arizona, Oklahoma, Georgia. I know I'm drawing a blank right now. All right, states wise. All right, but anyway, my point is, different states. It don't matter where you are. I work them all. Okay, I work them all, and the program is the program. All right, so that's the beauty of having connections across the country, man. So don't wait. If Arkansas, gosh, I know. We just talked today, right? You know what I'm saying? Did I not say Arkansas? Man, I'm so sorry. All right, Arkansas. Gosh, yeah. But yeah, we just talked to Yamina, and her son just got her first offer, and I'm trying to get her. Well, ain't trying. She's gonna come down, and we're gonna have a couple more schools over there. That's the beauty of this, man. I already know Clark likes him a lot, and we got Russ College, all right, likes her son. All right, and it all started first. The Russ College saw him at the at the showcase I had back in January, the same one I was Malachi, that the one that just signed, committed to Alabama A&M, the same one. All right, so that's what it is. It's just you get put on the radar, and the follow up, starts to happen with these showcases. That's all, and that's what I'm providing out here, man. So if you are in and around there, sign up. All right, don't be hesitant. Don't be overthinking it. Don't be thinking that, I guess because it ain't the bells and the whistles, the perfect game, and all the names and all of that. It just takes time. Um, it is what it is, man. All right. So, like I said, Yamina, this would be her 1, 2, 3, her fourth out of my fifth one. This is, you know what I'm saying? Grinding, traveling. All right. I got it. Like I said, Texas, Arkansas coming, all the way down there. Should a kid get in where he fits in or where he stands out, or a combination of both? Should a kid get in where he fits in or where he stands out? Yeah, I look at it like both of them kind of go together. You fit in, and if you're comfortable, you're gonna play. You're gonna show out. You know what I'm saying? If you got a comfortable feeling, I mean, you always want to be in a comfortable. Sometimes it's not gonna happen, right? I could say all the years I've played, there've been some uncomfortable, and you just had to fight through it. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing like playing in front of that. We talked about the culture aspect of it. When you have great coaches that make great cultures, it's easy to play. And so, yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you're in a position and to just flourish. But on the other hand, man, Boogie, what's up, family? I'll see you in a couple weeks, man. All right, what's going on? I see my boy. I ain't seen my boy in forever, man. So, listen, Coach, can college coaches not respond? Coach, can college coaches not respond back to kids that are 2023 grads? I've heard that, but wanted to confirm that with you. And is it better to just call than to send emails with video that they can reply back to your email anyway? Yeah, so college coaches not respond back to the kids 2023. They just cannot call you, but they can, essentially email you about camps and small talks here and there, right? They don't really respond well to via, but they do get on video calls. I know that's been the best success that I've had with my players, in my program is, the coaches setting up a time to get on, and I'm talking about 23s, 24s on up. So, it's, the way it's going right now is get them to call me at this particular time, or that's kind of how it works. I am giving you behind the scenes of how this thing is working right now, right? So they can't call you, right? But me, D, get your guy, boom, available. All right, have him call me then, and that's how the Zoom call gets for the younger kids. All right, that's how it happens right now. Now, if you're a junior, you could just call. They'll call you and set up a call and go from there. So the 2023s, email is cool. A lot of times they're going to email you short, camp here and there. All right, but that's when you really got to understand who who you're connected to. All right, and I know I'm not answering your question, but I'm just telling you how it's been working for me in my program. All right, it's hey, I got this kid. Doom. Look, they like. All right, boom. Let's. I like them too. Let's set up a time so we can talk. D. I reach out to the parent and the player, like, yo, boom. I talk to the coach, and they set up a boom, and that's when the kid and all of that talks to the college coach and make sure that the college coach is there to accept that call. All right, that's how this thing is working for the younger kids, the 23s and 24s. All right. Now the 21s and 22s is they could just straight call, and I still do the same thing for some of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of my guys are, kind of proactive, but some of the coaches were, like one of my Cali kids, it's he's way out in California, not maybe having a high school season, and he's a 2021 grad, so the pressure is on a little bit. So I'm more of a like, yo, coach, you know what I'm saying? My boy coach right now at Nickel State, we're on it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm setting up the call, making sure everything's good, following up with them, with the coach, and making sure that he's, happy. The conversation is going well, and we're doing our thing, man. Is it true? Is it true that if you don't get an invite specifically from a college coach to a showcase, don't waste your money unless you're a dude? Great question. Yes or no? I would never. So like, and I'm gonna go on my page. So I know I hate to say Facebook user, and I don't, nobody's behind there. And let me try to put a name to this, man. All right, put a name to this. All right, Greg. All right, yeah, Greg, that was you with your question, man. And Carl. Carl asks, right, that's your question. Is it you? Yep, that's your. All right, Carl. So, could it be a waste of money? Yes. It's like I talked about this last week. It's a 50-50, it's a 50-50 thing. Meaning, if you work in my program, I'm going to tell you to go to the prospect camp if you're invited or not. All right. If you identify that school that you like, then I'm going to tell you, like, yo, go check them out. But the beauty is, what I do is I just did it this weekend. Angelo State, coach been on the show, Coach Brooks, Division II powerhouse, right? They just had a camp this past weekend. So I have my guys that's in my programs, 2 kids out of Texas that, went to the showcase, and I just said, listen, I wrote a nice little email and spoke with the coach. We communicated like, yo, these are my guys. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come up to you. He's like, yeah, I look forward to seeing them, D. Thank you for heads up, man. Thank you for boom, 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 right? So I had my guys go this weekend. And so there's an introduction there. There's they know that, hey, these kids can play and these guys, you know what I'm saying? So the kids ran and play here and there. So I wrote an email out today just to kind of get a follow-up. Now, he's talked to both of those guys, no offers, but that's basically it. All right. It's just identification of the school I believe that these guys can play at. I reached out to them. All right. And, that's how it is behind the scenes. Now, I say that's my way. Now, on the flip side, go. As long as it ain't like the 20, 30 schools, and I'm saying that because my school, my camp is going to be 7, 8 schools and live streaming and all of that. But y'all know them big showcases where they got all these schools that's going to be there, and like do your homework. All right, that's why I cut mine down. Right, I got to the point when the fall. What I was doing, I was taking 30, 40 schools, and they already raised their hand early and during the showcases, but I started seeing the numbers dwindling during the live stream. So I was like, let me revamp this again, and I'd rather have 10 to 15 schools that I know will be on the live stream instead of marketing for 40 schools that 15 to 17 may show up. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so I'd rather go at it like that than sit back and blast out, because I could go very easily, because I could go make 20, 30 phone calls to Georgia and all the Tennessees, and they're going to say, yeah, dude, we'll check out the live stream when we get to it and all of that. But I want those guys, the serious coaches at this. I'm not saying the guys are not serious, but like they're going to be on that live stream. I don't have to keep it up forever for them to go back and take the time to see it. You know what I'm saying? These guys that have raised their hand will be on the live stream. And so I'd rather have like 10 to 15 guys on live stream than marketing for 40 and just have 17 to 20 show up. Do you guys know what I'm saying? So you guys, when it comes to these camps, it's cool to be like, oh, we got 40 schools out there. Nah, I would go one specific because a lot of those, let's just say University of Alabama showcase, it may be invite only, but it was a small number. In prospect camp, they always going to have other schools, 2 or 3 other schools lingering around there anyway. All right, but that's how you get it put on the. That's how you got get it put on on a charts or get put on their radar. All right, by doing that. All right, let me see. Coach, my son is in the national showcase this weekend. How do we make sure the coaches get on a live stream? It's Baseball Factory organization. It's a good question. All right. Yeah. We had to talk about that. All right. We'll have to talk about that. All right, Herman. We'll talk about that. I see you working, brother. How do you tell the difference between a personal invite and a generic invite that gets sent out? That is a great question. Um, I will honestly say 90% of them are like blast emails. And I've been dealing with this, and I hate, I don't want to say, but I'm going to just talk about me and my pro. I can't help it. I'm sorry. That's why you need somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, or a travel board organization coach or somebody like that that's connected to that school that you may be interested in. All right. So then it gets to all through the fluff, right? All through the fluff. So if you get this email, and it's like, oh, you have been personally invited, or we have identified you and all of that type of stuff. I asked the coach straight up, like, is this your moneymaker? Is this your moneymaker, or this is like the real prospect camp? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's they always got 2 or 3 different ones. You know that, right? So they got the moneymaker one where they'll provide it, just the coaches, the side, the assistant coach is gonna make some little bread and here and there. They may identify a player or two, but then they got the real ones, and that's what the special invite ones. All right, but that's when you need the travel board organization coach, somebody that's connected to that particular school, hopefully, that to make that, and even if it ain't connected to somebody that is a valuable, somebody that a coach will listen to, not a dad or anything. I hate to say that, but like somebody that a coach would value their opinion to be like, hey, I have Bubba Lambert coming to this showcase, right? Boom, this kid can really play. He's so and so. Like, get a good look, put a little grade on him. Let me know what you think of the kid. All right, that's it. That's all it needs to go. It's that extra little right? And that's what part of the program that I have. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do when they go to this. All right. 90% of them, Bubba, are just blast emails. I hope I answer your question. What is the first initial call? What is the first initial call with the coach? What type of questions do the coaches ask, and what questions should the athlete ask? All right. Great, Jacob. So initially, it's an open-ended conversation, just kind of introducing who he is, real blah, real plain. So what they're doing is just gauging. Right. I believe that this is where the player can really shine. All right. If a coach takes his time, if I'm a high school player and I really have dreams and aspirations playing college baseball, like it's a job, it's a job interview. All right, but in a cool way. All right, I don't care if it's Wallahassee State, right? I don't really like that school like that, right? But I'm gonna be appreciative of him. All right, he's taking out his time. He's reaching out to me, so I'm gonna act. I would love for you to do a little bit of homework on them on the school, right? We all do that because they don't. Sometimes it's you get the random call, but sometimes it's set up. So I got a letter, I got an email that they're gonna call me or they're gonna talk to me or something like that, right? I know. So I have my guys do a little bit of research on the school. All right. So be personable. Hey, coach, how you doing? Boom, boom. Like, yeah, you've been over there about 4 or 5 years, right? And I know high school kids, they're like, yes, 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 sir, yes, no, yes, yeah, okay. Like, parents, like, make sure we teach our kids a little bit more of like, showing their personality. All right. So one of the things I have my guys do is show a video. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a little, video, kind of, you mess up, so what? Throwing a baseball in the air, a little bit, talking, communicating. I just got one from my Oklahoma kid. I ain't looked at it yet today, but just to show your personality. All right. Get them on there. So location, school, majors. He's going to ask what you're interested in major wise. You tell him. If you don't know, you don't. It's okay not knowing right now. Position. What made you? What do you, from a kid standpoint, asking the coach, what do you see in me that you're interested in? Where did you see me at? Who did you hear? Who did you hear me? Who? How did you hear about me? Where did you see me play? Right. Coaches are, hey, I saw you play here and there. Boom. All right. How do you feel about coming out to so-and-so and taking a visit out to this school? Or how do you, whatever, school. How do you feel about that? What's your grade situation like? Where we at? What's going on? All right, boom. Yeah, we like these type of players. We like these type of, that's what's going on. Open communication. All right, so 3 to 4 questions go do a background, learn these coaches, learn a little bit of a background, where they play and all. Coaches love that. they're dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They want to, puff their chest out a little bit. Oh man, you did your homework a little bit, right? So parents, do a little research, talk a little bit about the program. Oh, I see you got a new coach, or you guys staff been together here and there, right? And just, I know it's hard, right? Just be like, yes, sir, no. But these players sometimes, that's the beauty of your college recruiting. All right, I'm in it all the time, so I hear the parents and the player be like, man, coach, it was like it wasn't, the vibe wasn't there. And then his other coach be like, man, we talked for 30 minutes, coach, man, it was cool, like, so that's sometimes on the coach's aspect of it. And on the flip side, it's the player, that interaction. So I can't sit and tell you, like, you're gonna, it's a vibe, it's a communication. It's, my thing is just make sure your son is like up for speaking and like, yo, this is a college coach, man. This is, who cares what level and all of that. You should be super excited that college coach is taking up the time to want to get on the horn. That means he's interested. All right. The worst thing you could do, and I've got people, I've heard it from D1 coach all the way down. Coaches, you set up calls, guys are coming on the damn call late. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? You done after that. That shows like you disrespect, So make sure, the player's on time, very, respectful, speaking and just showing his, laugh a little bit, be shy, be whatever, but be yourself. I hear it all the time. And I know I was a kid and a teenager too, and I know it's tough, but the worst thing, parents, practice with your child, man. Practice. I think one of the moms on here, she was on there today earlier. All right. She had her son, and I loved it. I tried to get on the show. I needed Nikisha. All right. Nikisha out of DeSoto, Texas. All right. I'm trying to get her son to come on there, but I think she made her son do a interview, you know what I'm saying? Like, and talk about himself. And she put it out there on Facebook to see. All right. And I thought it was real dope. Do that. All right. Do that with your child. Practice, coaches, what they're going to say, enthusiasm, make it fun, make it a fun game with your son. So when it does happen, or when it is happening, it's not shy, it's not a yes, no, yeah, make sure, and that's why I like some of my guys on my program. They pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? They cool dudes, even though they 14, 15, 16 years old, they cool dudes to talk to. All right. Some, kind of, yeah, but some are like, chirpy and just, like, I could talk junk and we go. Yamina's son, all right. He go over there. He gonna talk about my head. He gonna talk about this. He get around me and we talk and we sit down during my showcases and I rap. And I'm over here talking junk. We going back and forth with each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not a disrespectful way. It's just a playful way. All right. And that's what the coaches need to see, man. All right. Went on. All right. Basically, don't want to waste your time on schools that aren't interested and focus on schools that are showing the effort. All right, Kyle. Amen. All right. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. I agree. CT, what's up? Australia's in the house. All right. I feel the best process would if you are a personal invite from a coach themselves after recent conversations. But if you see an email without any conversations or any acknowledgement of the school reaching out to you, this is usually generic. The stuff used to happen to me all the time. That's why I never went to camps, that I never reached out for an invite after conversations. All right. So Kyle says conversations. All right. Happen. D, looking forward to making the trip up to Montgomery for the showcase. Checking our schedule this week to confirm. Lawrence, that'd be great, man. I don't think it's too far from you, right? You're in that panhandle, right? All right, Major is huge. I got you, Kyle. All right, D, thank you so much. Got his first D1 call in a few weeks ago. He is only in 10th grade. It's mid-major, but it's still D1. It's not in the region he wants, but they are the first. How do you keep them on the hook, but still look at other schools? The first school and the first call has the biggest impression. No doubt about it. That's a great question, because I was just, we had this conversation. I was talking to one of my other parents about that. I think honesty is the best way to go about it. All right. The first school. So you obviously the first school that show you love but if you just be transparent, it's early in the game. These guys, these coaches know the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, the first school is going to, feel like they're going to get offended. You know what I'm saying? If you kind of want to hear from other coaches here and there. But my thing is just, especially when you're 20, 23 in 10th grade, my thing is like, yeah, explore. And they got to understand that. And I hate, and trust me, I say that in all honesty, but sometimes it affects me, my business, like what I'm doing. But um, it's not cool when a coach puts pressure on, to be like, all right, this is it, take it or leave it. That's not cool neither. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. You don't want that school putting that. And I see that a lot with especially the Power Fives, man. Um, you know, you don't want that. All right. So, Keith, man, look forward to seeing you. All right. Coming in Texas. I have 23 brothers that have free tuition in Texas state schools only because of the military service. Should I tell coaches that up front? Yes. Yes, Calvin. I think that'll be, that'll be, yeah. Calvin, man, Lord have mercy. If they can play, coaches would salivate over that. Especially, if you got two young brothers that can play, man, and they get free tuition, shoot. Hey, yeah, you better say that, Calvin. You better say that. All right. All right. I know why you're saying not to maybe say it because you kind of want to see what they put on the table first and all of that. But I'll just, I'll be totally transparent, man. Uh, I love the fact that if you, you will be straight, Calvin. You'll be straight. Just be straight up, man. All right. Craig says, I have a 12-year-old son playing 13U. He starts workout with high school team in 7th grade until he graduates 7th grade this summer. Give some advice. I told my son it's going to be a humbling experience. I have a 12-year-old son playing 13U. Okay. He starts workouts with high school team in 7th grade off-site. Okay. Until he graduates 7th grade this summer. High school team to 7th grade off-site until he graduates. Give some advice. I told my son what's going. Well, what's all right. Tiffany was good. All right, Michigan is in the building. Calvin knows the deal. Calvin knows the deals with the comeback benefits. Yeah, no doubt, man. Sure. All right, but anyway, let me get back. All right, Craig. Advice. I always tell every kid, parents sometimes, be like, oh, my kid is playing up and, can you give him advice? And, my biggest advice is like, yo, coaches are not, most coaches are not silly. So they identified your son as a person that can play. All right. Cynthia was good, Cynthia. All right. I would love for you to come to Alabama. I know, we still ain't met yet and, in person, and hope your son is doing well. Let me know what's going on with him. And I know you got, paid for the thing in Texas, man. You need to come on out. So I always sit there and say, like, these coaches ain't silly, man. They know what they're doing. So if they identified your kid can play in high school or 13U or going up, you there for a reason, right? And sometimes us parents and sometimes definitely players, sometimes they don't realize how good they are sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And so when they get chosen to do this and this, it's a nervousness and all of that, where they could just go out and have fun and play and know that, yo, these coaches are not going to ask you to go to this invited, showcase or play up to the high school and you're a 7th and 8th grader or go to the specialized travel team or national team. If they felt like you wasn't good enough, you would not have been there. You know what I'm saying? So take it upon yourself. And I know it's tough when you have a 12, 13, 14-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying, to understand that this is why you're here. That somebody has identified you and said that you have the talent, you belong here, right? So it's not like you slid your way here and can't practice with the team at school until this summer after he graduates. You can't practice with the team at school until this summer after he graduates. All right. I'm trying to figure that out, Craig. I'm sorry, man. I can't practice with the team at school until the summer after he graduates 7th grade. Okay. So just use this spring if you're playing 13U this spring. All right, just as a stepping stone to just ball out. And if you could, preferably 13U, I hope they're at the 13U level that you're playing 60-90, right? So if you're not, what I would love to do, what I would like to do, Craig, is just go ahead and try to, you know, tell the 13, and you can't tell her, but, you know, try to get on some 60-90, all right, at school grounds. Can't play after, right? All right, Craig. I'm kind of trying to understand, you know what I'm saying? You're playing 13U, right? You can't play high school right now, right? Until after 7th grade. Yeah, playing 60-90 this fall. All right, cool. My thing is, though, be if you're going to be working out with the high school in the fall, all right, playing 60-90, try to get some work in before that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to like wait till you on it, you know, the high school team to get to the 60-90s. Like get on there before that if you could. Same thing using the drop threes. All right. Same thing using the drop threes. All right. So I will talk more to you. Let's talk. He will be in Manville, but I would love to fly in and allow you to see him. All right. Thank you, Cynthia. Let's make it happen. Let's see. All right. So I'm hope J Maya, what's up? All right. Let me see. I had a big one. I would say research schools with your interests, and do they provide a program for your major? Explore schools and converse with coaches about what they will do to help you with your future and development. If you don't go D1, that doesn't. All right, it's good information here. All right, let's go, Kyle. Whew. I would say research schools with your interests, and they do provide a program for your major. Explore schools and converse with coaches about what they will do to help you with your future and development. If you don't go D1, that doesn't mean you won't get drafted. All right, you're going to a school that will let you be you. Overall, choose a school that will provide you with the tools to develop and help you get a chance to go to the next level. All right, cool. All right, good message. He's right. All right. And that's how I kind of laid out with my programs. All right. Tia was good. All right. Texas is in the house. But yeah, so, and parents, for the most part, when I talk to you, you guys are on it for the most part. You know, look, you know, you understand the major aspect of it. You know you want to play as far as like areas, and that's what I do in my program. I kind of show like, yo, these are the schools. You know, let's pick some schools and let's go. All right. In a nutshell, that's my program in a nutshell, and that I believe that you can play. All right, that I believe that you can play, because I don't, you know. If you know, and I try to be transparent and honest as possible. So if I feel like you're not Power 5, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna waste your time and tell you that I'm a, you know, send your information to a Power 5 school if I don't believe you're Power 5 ready. All right. So, Ruben, what's up? What's going on, family? All right. So Tia was good, and then, all right. So listen. Good information today. Again, I want to shout out to my boy Malachi and them. I committing to Alabama A&M this weekend. No doubt, Craig. Good luck with you, man. All right. Keep me posted on that. No doubt, man. Kyle, that's what I'm here for. That's what I like. All right. No doubt, man. All right. Jansen, what up with Coco? Did she win a tournament last weekend? No, she did not win her tournament last weekend. All right. Yeah. All right. She did not. But thank you for asking, Jansen. You had a second one that Yamina asked earlier today, too. All right. DB Alabama Showcase. I got you, Ranson. I got that question for you. All right. Yeah, man. Shoot, come on. Yeah, if you want to, I mean, if you know anybody that want to come or you want to throw some BP, let's make it happen. I'm sure I'll have some coaches down there, but the more the better. All right, come on. All right, it'd be good to see you, my dude. All right. $7, what's up, baby? How you doing, man? All right, Virginia is in the building. All right, hope you had a safe trip back from Florida, and good to see you on, man. All right. Branson says, what is a good exit velo to be hitting at 14 years old? Okay. All right. I would say you look at it, a major league average exit velo is 90, right? 90 miles an hour off the bat. All right. Everybody sees the hundreds and all of that, but the average major league exit velo is 90. All right. 90 miles an hour. So I would say low to mid 80s is pretty good at 14, high level. All right, if you strong and you putting exit, I know a 14-year-old, my boy Sergio's son is exit velos is 90s already, 90 plus, but he's 14, but he a big dude. He's got a plus power back. But I would say if you're 83 to 85, you know what I'm saying, at 14, high 80s, you're doing all right. All right, you're doing all right. All right, Ranson, I hope I answered. But 90 is the major league exit velo average. Okay. Coach, where's a good time to get with you, Herman? All right. Let's chop it up tomorrow. All right. I have and like I said, any of you parents out there, that have any type of questions, recruiting, um, hitting advice, or you just want to have some type of, some information. I know last week, Melissa from New Mexico. We set up a time. Lori from New Mexico, and we talked recruiting, and I talked about it, but I gave her good advice. We ended up being on the phone for 30, 45 minutes, and come to find out, a kid has an opportunity that he needs to take advantage of. It's a perfect example of, the coaches are reaching out to him, and it's a lot of other things going on money wise here and there, as far as like, they're not offering money and they're trying to wait to get scholarship money and all of that. But right now in this that coach has really raised his hand. You got to take advantage of the opportunity. So so Tyza, at your showcase, do you do any instruction like hit racks, or do you have vendors to sell products that help kids? No. I should, but no, I don't. It's not. Now the scouts and the coaches will give it like small instruction. I'll give small because I want the kid to do well, but it's not an instructional camp. All right, it's a combine, right? Like an NFL combine where guys run 40s and here and there. The coach may give a tip like, hey, you're exploding too fast or you're moving off the sensor too quick, like those type of things. Right? They're not talking mechanics of the run or whatever. Same thing here. I may be like, yo, stay inside the baseball, or hey, hit this part of the or something like that, right? But I'm not going to sit there mechanically and change this and that, because I don't want the kid to be thinking when he's trying to show his best stuff in front of the these scouts and stuff, right? My thing is I want him to be like as clear-minded as can be, not giving him instruction where he's becoming robotic and thinking about so if it's a quick tip that's not going to like affect his whole overall performance, I'll give it to him. All these coaches will. But if they trying to change stances and all of that and loads and all of this, at that time when he's trying to show out, it ain't gonna work, family. It ain't gonna work. All right. Herman. So yeah, tomorrow, like, tomorrow between, I got 11 to 12, like 12 and 1. All right. Let's set up a call for them. All right. Between 12 and 1. Poogie's on. All right. You guys will see each other there. All right. So listen, man, great show today. I will have Tuskegee head coach coming on Thursday. I will have my boy Henry Staley. He don't know this yet. I ain't reached out to him, but I'm gonna try to get him on. I'm gonna get a player agent. We talked the finances side, and I had Lonnie Murray on a few weeks ago. And I haven't talked about this too. I want to share this, and I hate that I waited all this time. I wanted to do it last week, but I want to give a shout out to Bianca Smith. All right, for you guys to know, first African American woman who, is signed to be a professional coach. All right, Bianca, if you guys don't know, Bianca was a guest on the show last year. Great wealth of information and all of that. So. One of these days this week, I may replay our interview together. I did reach out to her trying to get her back on here, but she's getting pulled. I just saw her local news in Atlanta, Georgia, the other day, talking about her story. She's being pulled everywhere because it's a minority woman in the profession. It's already been women coaching the last year or two, which is great stuff, man. But she's doing her thing, right, Mark? Shout out to my boy Mark over there. Yeah, man. So congrats to Bianca. I wanted to replay her interview that she did last year. And So, but I'll have Harmony Staley, player agent, on this week too, Tuskegee. I got Wright State coach coming on next week, next Monday, and hopefully I can get some more guys over here on some of the JC college coaches that will be at the attendance on the at my showcase. Lord have mercy, ooh, that was tough. All right, so I'm gonna try to get those coaches that will be in attendance. All right, on the show. All right, you got Tuskegee coming on. You had Lawson State come on last week. They're going to be in attendance. There's about 2 or 3 other JUCOs that will be there, and I want to get them there, on the show. All right, Coach Holloway from Xavier University, he's been on the show. He'll be there. Coach Carter from Clark Atlanta has been on the show. He'll be there. All right. The Russ College, all right, Coach Stubbs, all right, he's been on the show. He'll be there. And that's what it is, part of the program, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been blessed to have this platform and educate, parents like yourself, and I learn in the process, but I develop relationships with these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? So, now I reach out to them. They either come on the show, they've been on the show, or now I'm like, yo, come check out the showcase. So that's when I get, like Coach Riggins and stuff, reaching out to me over the weekend. It was like, yo, you're put me on a live stream. I want to come check it out. Or Coach Cooper, last week, Coach Cooper from Grambling, pops up on the comment section, you know what I'm saying, and pops in and as one of the guests in here and answering questions or asking questions or commenting. You know what I'm saying? He guests on the show and will be on a live stream too. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of this. All right. That's the beauty of this. All right. Just relationships. All right. Relationship building. So anyway, love you guys. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. All right. We'll be back on. All right. If you're interested again for the showcase, all right, let me pull it up real fast. All right, sign up here. The sign up is here. All right, I will have an updated flyer tomorrow. All right, with updated schools like I said, at Prairie View A&M, Georgetown has been added to the live stream. I'll have 2 or 3 local JUCOs and in an NAIA program. Faulkner University will be in attendance. All right. They need to be added to the so a lot of changes, a lot of stuff going on with the showcase. You know what I'm saying? Just updating, more coaches wanting to be involved, people coming. So come sign up. All right. We already got 5 or 6 states that will be represented. You know what I'm saying, in the showcase. All right. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So you guys got time to put it together. All right. So you're gonna have D2 schools, junior colleges there, NAIA colleges there physically, and then we got D1 schools and D1 schools that will be on the live stream listening in. All right. All I ask is that you guys share this message, tag somebody, and see if you get somebody that's willing to do it. Can we send you video of for your opinion? Where? All right, private message me. All right, Oliver. All right, private message me. I went to the cages the other day. I had first time in the cages in a long time, man. So if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to get some lessons, man, holla at me. I went in the weekend, man. It felt good to get in them cages, man. So if you're in an ATL and you want some hitting instruction, all right, let's go, virtual or in person. Holla at me, okay? In the ATL. Well, virtual we could do anywhere in the country, all right? But if you're in Atlanta, you want that personal one-on-one attention, or you're in the neighboring area, you want to come up and get some lessons, holla at me too, all right? Peace and love, you guys. I will see you guys 4 p.m. Eastern, all right? 4 p.m. Eastern. Private message me. Anybody that have any questions, anything like that, PM me. I love you guys, man. Keep sharing this message, man. Keep growing. Let's keep growing this thing out, all right? I keep trying to bring the best guests that I can. I got some real surprises. If I can make this work this month, I have some real surprises, all right, in store for you guys. Some great guests that I'll be super excited. I know you guys will be super excited to have on too, man. Love you guys, man. You guys take care. Peace.